Hello and welcome to lesson 1 of week 13. In this lesson, we are going to look at 2D and 3D transforms in CSS. My name is Mildred. In CSS, we can rotate, we can alter, and we can scale elements using the transform property. For this class, I have created a container on the page and I have set the border, the height and width of the container here. So we are going to try to apply transformation methods to this container to see what they are. We have the transform property written like this, and it takes several methods. The methods determine what is going to happen to the element. The first we are going to look at is the translate method written like this, and what the translate method does is that it moves the element from its current position right according to the specified value and down according to the specified value. So let's say we want it to move 20 px to the right and 50 px down, so it's movement from left to right and from top to bottom. When I save this and I refresh my page, we have this move from its position. We have another method called the rotate method, but want it to rotate. Do we want it to rotate 45 degrees clockwise? You use positive value. Counterclockwise, you use negative value. So rotate is in degrees, written like this. So when I refresh, it's going to rotate 45 degrees. If I want it to rotate counterclockwise, I use a negative value. Refresh and it rotates counterclockwise. We have another method called the scale method, and this only resizes the element. So we use scale and we specify a value. We want it to be either 2 times the width and 2 times the current height. Save, refresh, and we'll scale it to be 2 times the width, 2 times the height. We can change the value to say we want it to be half of the width and half of the height. Save, refresh, and we have that way. The scale is like a shorthand for writing scale X and scale Y method. So when we use scale X like this, we are only saying that we want to increase or decrease the width of the element, and so we specify only one value, saying that we want to handle just the width, and we are going to scale the width. If we want to handle just the height, we'll put scale Y and then we'll put a value. Let's say we want the height to be 2 times its original size. Refresh and we'll have it like this. And there is another method we call the skew method, written like this, and this is where we alter the shape. So we can use skew 10 degree in the x-axis and 20 degree in the y-axis, and so it's skewed. We want it to say we want to use qx like this, and we want to handle just the x-axis. Save, refresh, and we want to handle just the y-axis. Save, refresh. These are all the 2D transformation methods that we have. There's a shorthand to put all of these methods in one declaration, and we have it, the matrix method. The matrix method you will specify in this order. So for the matrix, the first value is going to be for the scale X. So play around with the values and then you will understand the rules of using the matrix. And so we have the container here with the values we have specified. So take note that I use random values, and so we are not actually doing anything with meaning but demonstrating what the properties and the values hold. So these are all the 2-dimension transformation methods, and we have 3-dimension methods. The 3-dimension method uses the transform property, but the methods it takes are the rotate X, the rotate Y, and the rotate Z, like this. Rotate X, rotate Y, and rotate Z. So the rotate X method rotates an element around the X-axis at a given degree. So if we have a degree, let's say we want this rotated 180 degree, save this. When I refresh this now, it's going to have it rotated 180, which is completely upside down. 75 degree, and we have that rotation. So what rotate does is it rotates along a given axis. Rotate Y method now, it rotates along the Y-axis in the given degree. So let's say we want this rotated 180 degrees again. Refresh, and this rotates along the Y-axis. The rotate Z rotates around the Z-axis in the given degree. So we'll change this to Z, and we have it rotated in the Z-axis. So these are the 3 the transformation method. There are different applications of this depending on what you are designing. Use the next property called transitions to enhance your transforms. And so the next topic we're going to look at in the next lesson is CSS transitions. Thank you and see you in the next lesson.